Hello everyone, this is Naren Krish. I recently came across a discussion where the team mentioned they have set MaxUnavailable attribute to 1 in deployment with 3 replicas and expects Kubernetes will ensure that at least 2 replicas of their pod will always be available. This is only partially true. MaxUnavailable attribute is related to rolling update strategy and it applies only when your application pods are disrupted during application upgrades. Example, by updating your image ID in pod spec, etc. There are lots of other ways your application can be disrupted, both voluntarily and involuntarily. One another feature that can help here is called PodDisruptionBudget. I'll discuss in detail in another video about that. Subscribe and press the bell notification icon to know when I publish that. In PodDisruptionBudget, you will specify min available. If you remember deployment, we specified max unavailable. It's just opposite to it. For now, I will show a quick demo. Let's say I want to update the node's kernel package. So I want to drain the node to remove all the pods from that one node. Check this example. There are 2 nodes in this cluster. I used kind to create a local multi-node cluster. If you have not heard about it before, check the link at the top right corner. Let's use this deployment. As you see, we mentioned max unavailable as 1, which means we instructed Kubernetes out of 3 replicas, only 1 can be unavailable at a point of time. As you see, there are 2 worker nodes. Let's drain the node where 2 pod replicas are running. Some might expect Kubernetes will prevent this action as this will kill 2 replicas, which is against a max unavailable 1 in the deployment YAML. Surprise, surprise, the pods were killed and rescheduled to another node. And your application has just had a downtime. Okay, let's put back our node as schedulable by uncordoning it. To prevent this disruption, let's quickly create a pod disruption budget. Now let's try draining the node. And you will see this error message, cannot evict pod, and it would violate the pod disruption budget. This prevented the application from unavailability due to cluster administrator's action in your cluster. But you will notice after few retries, this will succeed. This is because deployment controller in the meantime creates additional replicas in the other node, and as there are 2 pods up and running in other node, PDB is met and it allows the draining. When I say PDB, it's pod disruption budget. That's it for this Freaky Friday. Thanks for watching and keep learning.